Hello and welcome. This is Alchemistexe, and this is a weekly update for April 15th, but it's happening on the 16th because I didn't get around to it until now. This is a pretty short and simple, straightforward weekly update because there's not a whole lot. We've got a new memento for Vettel and Chloe, a job plus for Vettel, and a new tower, and that's about it. And then as far as banners go, I think this is a very easy skip week, but we'll go into more detail later. So first I want to take a look at the challenge boards because Vettel, the unit with the job plus, you can get him for free as well as 150 shards, so enough to get the job rolling. And everybody should do this. If you've been playing a long time like I have, you've got him set, for a long time. Got more shards than I could ever possibly need of the guy. But thanks to his job plus, he is very, very handy for one very specific reason, in that he is a free-to-play friendly unit with the shielding mechanic. So the same exact thing that the Genesis unit Daphne was able to do, he can do that as well, taking damage for it. It's like Naofumi, but going a step further. So he can't necessarily force aggro, but he can take damage for people within an AoE, and it's very, very nice to have. Pretty much the EX level kind of revolves around that. So yeah, this upgrade is pretty nice, I have to admit. And then also, every day there's been a challenge board related to the Scarlet Flame, and you could look at it like an extra set of dailies, because it's all fairly easy to accomplish stuff, but you have to do it in that day. Like, as you can see, this one is going to expire shortly. So yeah, each day the rewards seem like they change. Like yesterday it was 25 rainbow shards, today it's a 5-star unit ticket, there's going to be a memento ticket later on, so definitely pay attention to that. So let's take a look at the Vettel quest. So right off the bat, it is the kind of quest where you get coins and then you buy the tokens and the equips from the shop. So if you are struggling to get the harder versions of the level, you could just grind out the easier ones. But luckily, I wanted to show you guys something. Let's look at the clear data. People have soloed the hell level with Vettel. So just to give you an idea that it definitely can be done, as long as you're at the point of the game where you can have, maxed out units, then it is well within reach. Definitely one of the more free-to-play friendly outcomes, you could say. I'm in here somewhere, but I don't know if I want to search all 10 pages. But yeah, so everybody should get Vettel's Job Plus. Like, it's just such an easy way to have such an effective unit, especially because it's nice to see more roles in the game. Like, because the game used to have a problem of tanks just didn't really help you much, because it didn't matter if a unit was tanky if they didn't get targeted, and then they couldn't do all that much damage. And with Vettel, they solved both of those problems at the same time. At the very end of the video, I'll show you a Vettel nuke. But yeah, aside from the Job Plus event, there's also a new tower, and if you are familiar with the Mystic Tower Mobius, this Mystic Tower Negrito is going to be very similar. It's meant for 2 players. You each have 2 people plus 1 sub. The main difference is that they're going to be a lot more particular. And to go with it, there's a quest where you can do it and get soul shards of characters once a day. So you're going to find that in the Babel Tower under the Trials. I haven't really delved into it much. I cleared the first floor, just soloing it with Gerald and Natalie. And then the second floor, you can only use 4-star base rarity units. So I've been building up some of them and working on my Mia, making sure Elizabeth is all capped out gate-wise. So they're all filled with different restrictions. Like number 3 is then Ratharis. So you got to make sure you have a very versatile set of units to do in this. And luckily, there's some good guides available on YouTube, and then I would recommend for anyone else who's having trouble with co-op is to go on the Discord. The Alchemist Code GL Reddit has links to the Discord that you can go on the co-op channel, find somebody to play with you, and coordinate on a level of detail that you just can't do in the game normally. Because some of these levels require what I would call a pretty strict level of coordination. So that is my personal recommendation. But yeah, other than that, there is not much else. There's a hell level for the Veda event. You can get some elemental shards, but overall, the Job Plus event and then the Mystic Tower are going to be where most of the time spent this week is going to be. And yeah, I think everybody, I'm just saying it one more time, everybody get Vettel's Job Plus. It's great. So with that, let's move on to the banners. Okay, let's go into why I think this is, for the most part, an easy skip week. There are a couple of exceptions, but in general, there's not a lot going on here. So for both paid banners, I just think they're not worth the money because the chance is too high of a dud, like either a double normal pool result or a limited unit with a limited memento that's not that great, or a normal pool unit with a not that great memento. It's just too many dud options, even if, like, for the most part, it's a pretty good pool of units and pretty good set of mementos, but not necessarily worth $30. This banner is garbage. You can just transmute these units from the Babel quest. No reason to do this. If you're a super Scarlet Flame fan, then maybe, but otherwise I'd say for most people, probably not worth the gems. This one also, unless you like really want one of the units here built up, which for most people would probably just be Ikasa, unless you're like newer and trying to get caught up, but I just don't think it's worth it. The next two banners, both of these memento ones, where if you're going to summon this week, this is where I think it's the most potentially viable. For this one, it has the new mementos on it, so if you're a really big Vettel or Chloe fan and you want those mementos, then this is the place to do it. I could understand that. And then for this one, the Nina Christmas memento is really good. It has a very, very good memento leader skill for magic. So I could, and if you didn't get it during Christmas and you really want it, then I could see that too. But, of course, it's expensive. And then there's also a bunch of mementos that are affiliated with the featured units from the previous banners. I don't think it's as worth it as the other two memento ones, because a bunch of these are normal pool, even if some of them are really, really good, like Spica's, and Ikasa's is pretty good too if you like using her. But I don't think it compares to the two above it. And then everything else is an old banner. So that's why I think it's a good idea to skip, especially because the memento banners are going to be around for another week anyway. So if we get to next week and there's nothing good, then you could still have 2 discount tickets to throw at one of these banners. So that is something to think about it. So with that, that's the end of the weekly update. So hopefully if you do decide to summon and not skip, I wish you good luck. And otherwise, good luck on the tower as well. I will see you all next time.